Howdy, your tube. It's the Watchman. Just left, actually I'm back home now, but I was up at the VA Medical Center in Asheville, North Carolina earlier today. And, when I'm up there, I always, speak to some of the other vets, the older vets, World War II, Korea, Vietnam. But, there's a mix of vets up there, even from recent campaigns. Desert Storm, Gulf, Iraq. But I met one gentleman today that got me thinking. He's retired Air Force. He was a sniper in the Air Force. His weapon of choice was the M1B. Said he was bullseye at 2,300 yards. That means he was good with an M1. He was down in Panama. And what got me think, as I walk around and observe the other veterans in there, some of them are just drugged up, look like they're waiting to die. Then you have some that are just at peace, very happy. But you have from Vietnam on up, you still have a lot of vets. And I think maybe only another veteran can recognize the look. Some call it the 1,000-yard stare. There's something still going on up here. You have some that just served in the military, and you have some that are highly trained individuals. But speaking to this particular gentleman today, just solidified why they're trying to take away some veterans' ability to possess firearms. Like I said, some are very highly trained, still sharp. You think about the population of this nation and how many veterans we have. They are not going to take it laying down. And what I mean by that is the system. They're just not going to go for it. You can see it in their eyes. That's why they are going to take away as much as they can from veterans, blame it on traumatic syndromes, mental physical, mental. We live in a disposable society. Veterans who have served, that are retired for whatever reasons, have become useless, damaged goods. So what do you do with things you can't use anymore? You throw it away. It's sad that when an individual is in the military and they may have some issues, it's fine because you're a lean, mean fighting machine. But as soon as you're out, you become a problem. Sad. Active duty military. There's a lot of active duty that are what you might consider awake or waking up. They're not going to take it laying down either. So you put those two together, and you have a potential nationwide force, armed, trained, outnumber the government. You have private individuals, non-vets, who are equally trained perhaps. Combine those three, you have an even a larger contingency, a larger force, which outnumber the system. So you see, take away the weapons from private, you take away weapons from ex-military, just think about it as an example. The sniper I met today, the former sniper, he probably still has a good trigger finger and a pretty good eye. You know what I do notice though, being around the veterans like that, like I said, it's the look. You get a look. And I only see it in the vets, like I said, from Vietnam and forward. There's so many to name. Would you have Nam, I think Grenada, like I said, Gulf War, Desert Storm, Iraqi freedom, yeah, really. Freedom. Oh well, this is just a sad state of affairs. What the system is doing. Like on my broadcast last night, when Brother Boom called in regarding that they're trying to ban headphones. What was it? I think in New York. Ban headphones. These people in charge, man. What? Muy loco en Cabeza, whatever it is. It's a trip. Anyway, for all of you non-vets, when you're walking around at Walmart or grocery store, where have you, and you encounter an individual that has retired veteran, non-vet, whatever the case may be, stop and talk to them. Veterans have a lot of information, a lot of stories we can tell. Some stories we're not going to tell. You civilians can't handle the truth. And some you just don't want to talk about. Like, I think it was like 4 years ago, maybe 5, I don't know, I forget. Doing one of my broadcasts, or no, it was on YouTube, when I used to have my YouTube channel. And I talked about being on the aircraft carrier and some events that were taking place before Desert Storm, before the Gulf War. Now, which one was first? I think it was Desert Storm. Well, whichever one was first, I'd share a story about that. I'm not going to share it again. You missed it, you missed it. But it's not all fun and games out there, folks. Oh, sorry about that interruption. I had a phone call from the VA. I don't get it. I was just up there. Now they call me when I get all the way home. VA. Anyway, I forgot where was I. Something about non-vets. Stop and talk to ex-veterans that are retired. Just engagement conversation. You'll be surprised. They're not unapproachable. They put their pants on one leg at a time, just like everybody else. But just remember this, to sum it all up, We live in a disposable society, and many individuals in our society that have chosen to serve in the military of this country are disposable. They're disposable during active duty, even more so after active duty. So you think about that. If they don't care about their military, you really think they care about you civilians? Wake up. It's been the Watchman. Till next time. Shalom.